Let's start from the top. This is my mom, Nelly Alvarado.
Yeah.
Y dice en español.
Bienvenido a encontrar lo gracioso con Lisa Alvarado.
You nailed it.
Okay.
All right. All right. Una vez más.
Yay, yay.
That's my mom getting the chancla out.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Find the Funny with me, Lisa Alvarado. We have a fantastic show for you today. My very good friend, fellow Peruvian. In fact, you still live in Peru.
Yeah.
You? Yes.
I live in Peru, but actually I don't have like a real residence now. When people ask me, where do you live or where is your like legal residence? I mean, I would say Peru because I don't have another residence around, like legal residence.
Right.
But I'm not living in Peru more than 1 week, 2 weeks. Family.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Well, we're honored to have you. This is my friend Irving
Thank you.
Oquelis.
Okelis.
Okelis. Okay, I'm Latina and I can't even pronounce it right. He told me 15 times, but I can't even. But it is an honor to have him here. And the reason he is my guest today is because he is the composer of the music that I am going to be using at the end of my new comedy special. And it's an original song. I love it. It's so upbeat, salsa. It just makes you want to move. And I'm like, it was really important for me to have an artist that was Peruvian, you know, instead of just some random song that we paid for. And I wanted it to be from like somebody that I knew and someone I could support and they can support my career. So like, it's a win-win. I'm so happy about that. In fact, I'm so excited about this song, you guys. We're going to play a little clip of it right now.
Con la sabrosura que viene del Perú, goza tú mi hermano como gozo yo. Sabrosura. Con la sabrosura que viene del Perú, goza tú mi hermano como gozo yo. Gózalo.
All right, so my friend, what part of Lima were you born in?
Actually, I was born in the north of Peru, in Piura.
Oh.
Like close to Ecuador.
No.
And that city is very hot city. So high degrees when it's summer and high degrees when it's winter.
Wow.
So we don't have like different
seasons that much. Wow.
Yeah, so I was born there. Then I moved to Lima, you know, for university. I went to university to start studying this career about music. I'm a musician I graduated from university. I went to university and then I keep working in the city. I made my professional life in Lima.
So this is how I met Irving, is actually because we were both working on a ship together. And then whenever I go on ships, I like to figure out like who's Peruvian. And there's never any Peruvians in the audience. So
Weird sometimes. You know?
Right. But the staff is from everywhere. You have Filipinos, you have Mexicans, you have Indian people, you have Taiwanese. Like there's just so many different people working on the ships. And when I was like, there's no Peruvians, someone that was working on the ship said, no, we have the Latin band is all Peruvians.
Wow.
And I was like, what? So I was so excited. So immediately I went to that venue that you guys play in.
Havana Bar.
The Havana Bar. And that's every night you have shows.
Yeah, every night. Pretty much every night. Then we have one show in the theater. We play one Latin show in the theater with the cast.
Yes, I've seen the Latin show in the theater and it's so good. I mean, you guys make the show. They have dancers and, and singers, but the whole time I'm watching the band because they're so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was so impressive. And then you don't usually go to the comedy shows because your English and the translation doesn't always, you can't always understand the jokes.
Sometimes, it's hard for me. Actually, I never give it a chance to go for a comedy on the ships because I say, I am not a native speaker, English speaker.
Right.
my original language is Spanish.
Right.
So then I say, well, I won't understand any joke. Comedy club, I want to be like,
Yeah. They're joking about you and you don't even know it.
yeah. And then I went because, I met you and I say, man, it's good because I really love the entire show with you. It's just the only show that I went, and your show is the only that I went to see.
That's good. Well, I'm the best. Yeah, exactly.
That's the reason. That's the reason.
It was just going to go downhill from there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so and then that's how we met and how we became friends.
Yeah. So when I was taping my special, that was the first thing I did was I reached out to him and I was like, we need music with the special. I want something jumpy. I want something salsa-y, and hopefully we're going to continue to work together.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because I really like it.
Yeah.
That my music is in your show,
Yeah.
in your special.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the special.
You guys, it is almost done. I know I've been saying that for like 6 months.
And I was like so thankful, and this is the time to say, like, to tell you thank you because you think about of me, you think about my music, and I was on my vacation back in Peru, and I received your message, and I say, what? She's asking me for a song. Me? I mean, she lives in LA.
Yeah.
Come on, like, there are a lot of composers and musicians. So I just need to clarify that the song that you're gonna use in your special is not entire my song. I'm not the composer. Like entire song, I have the I share the composition with one guy from Puerto Rico actually. Daniel Rodriguez. He lives in Miami, I think. But the fun story of this song is curious because the name of my band is Sabrosura. Sabrosura. So the name of the song is La Sabrosura del Perú. So before the pandemic, I think 2019. And then one guest was, in the Havana every night. And he said, man, I really like your band. I really like your music. So I'm a composer. I'm gonna write some lyrics about this your band because your music, your art inspired me.
Oh my goodness.
I that moment I say, yeah, good.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's like if someone says, I have a dick joke for you. Yeah.
After 3 days, I think, he came back to the Havana bar with a paper. I said, man, I have this song. I can sing you. I can sing and you can listen how it sounds. Wow. And then when I heard the music, I say, man, this is a good song.
Right.
This is a potential song actually. Yeah. And I say, he said, here's the lyrics. You can put wherever you want. You can add some stuff. I say, done. And then I got the song, and then I made the arrangement, I made the style, I made, the whole chorus. I mean, I put extra lyrics in the song to make it a little bit longer. And that's how I got this song.
So it's teamwork.
To do. And I wanted to put all the Peruvian flavor.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. Is I'm like, it has to be authentically Peruvian. Saying the artist, the singer is Peruvian. That's when
the singer of that song is Rodrigo Benavente, is the vocalist of my band.
Yeah.
So he sings the song, and there are a lot of Peruvian artists and musicians in that song.
Exactly what I wanted. That is such a cool story. I didn't even know that, so we ripped it off someone else.
I was saving the story.
I love it. See, I didn't even know that. Oh my gosh. So we'll have to thank him too. Can you tell the fine people listening what Sabrosura means?
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a good one for me too.
Yeah.
We sabor, the word sabor means we use that word for food. Mm-hmm. When you say el sabor de la comida, the flavor of the food. So
taste.
we say in Spanish, está sabroso. La comida está sabrosa. The food is yummy, yummy.
It's yummy.
It's like really good.
Yeah.
So then we take the word to the music, and when in Latin music, especially in salsa, when they say sabroso, it means like it's an expression, like the music is good.
Flavorful. It's like yummy.
Yummy is really a good rhythm of the music, and
Yeah.
it's a good song. So he says sabroso, let's go,
Yeah.
Actually, Oscar de Leon, and a famous salsa singer, he used the word sabroso sometimes in the song. Sabroso, he says sabroso. So that's the meaning of the
Yes. Yes. Now you guys all know what else to do. Yes. So my comedy special will have extra flavor.
So it is perfect.
Venimos humildes aquí a cantarles rumba de la buena para que tú bailes. Ya no te preocupes y empieza a moverte. Esto no se acaba, esto es para siempre.
I wanted to explain to people what the differences are of the artists on the ships. Like comedians, we normally fly on and off the ship every 3 to 4 days. We don't stay, but on some of the ships, we do stay in the crew cabins. But for you guys, for the bands, you guys have to stay on the ship for how long?
maximum is 6 months.
6 months on the ship. 6 months. That means away from your family, away from your home, away from all life events. You cannot leave the ship until your contract is done, unless you want to dock in America and run off the ship, which
I don't recommend.
yeah, we're going.
Don't do that.
I've already done it.
Don't do that, please.
Yeah, just stick to the side of the ship like a starfish. Just stick to the side on the outside. No one sees you. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's like a water taxi. So what is it like to stay on the ship?
It's kind of hard at the beginning when you just start this kind of job, this kind of ship life. At the beginning, you don't understand certain things
Right.
about the job, And it's for me, I always say that the life on the ship is really different from the life on land. That's why sometimes people don't make it more like one contract.
Right.
Sometimes because people don't get used to the life.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that is at the beginning. So then after, when you have this connection and when you already know how it works and you find the flow of the life,
Right.
the cheap life,
Right.
you're good.
Right.
You enjoy, you make
friends. That's
a
the
good
biggest part.
friend.
Yeah.
I that's the part that I like about being a musician on a ship. I made a lot of friends.
Yeah. So you make a lot of friends, and you also have an audience base now that knows your music from all over the world, which is something you can't get just performing in Peru in one area. Then you develop fans from there.
Yeah.
But the great thing about the ships is that you actually are performing for people from all over the place.
That's a good point. I actually have friends and people that follows my job since my first contract. And they're still, in there, making asking, where are you gonna be? In what shit are you gonna be?
Hi.
Man, I like your music. I like your work. Always celebrating with me or
Right.
with this good stuff about my artist life.
Right. Exactly. Do people ask you about what it's like to live underneath? Because we're on deck 0, basically, which is it's below everything. Everybody compares it to the Titanic because that's the only time that people have actually seen the down underneath living lifestyle of the cruises. Do you think it's pretty accurate portrayal?
I don't know. I mean, kind of.
A little bit. I mean, the crew bar can get pretty rowdy like that. Those parties really happen because you're serving people all day long on your jobs. There's so many different positions on the ships. There's the food servers, there's the cleaning crew, there's the engineers. So you have people from all different educational backgrounds, all different ethnicities. And then at the end of the night, at like 12 or 1 o'clock, when we're done serving everybody else on the ship, everybody goes to the bar, and it's just like, it's like you think people party upstairs. Oh my goodness. Downstairs. These people are just like, and the stories that you hear about the clientele, I mean, we hear some of the craziest stories, the things that the passengers say to the crew members and things that the crew members witness. Yeah.
You know, it's time to take out all the stress, all the angry.
Because you can't tell passengers to fuck off. I mean, we can.
You can.
Comedians
Yeah,
can.
you
That's
can.
the only upside of my job. Is I can be like, fuck off. Give me a break.
We can.
You can't. And nobody can. The comedy club managers can't. The cruise directors, the entertainment directors can't. We are the only ones on the ship that are allowed to go, shut the fuck up. And sometimes I do it because I know there was audience members that were mean to the staff. They weren't mean to me. They're not heckling, but I go after them because somebody in the club, in the back of the club, like somebody wanted to bring their kid into a rated R show that was like 14 or something like that. And the comedy club manager, this just happened, said, I'm sorry, you can't come in. It's 18 and over, blah, blah, blah. The parents were standing right there. The kid standing right by his parents goes, you're a bitch. Oh my. To the the comedy club manager. It was so insulting. And then on top of it, she goes, well, I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. This is a rule from the ship. This is a rule from the club. It's to protect you.
For the right sometimes.
Parents are standing right there, and he's like, fuck you, to her face.
Wow.
Yeah. She walked backstage. You could see her. She was shaking.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You cannot say anything back.
Now you can explode.
She could lose her job.
Yeah.
Even though they were so in the wrong. The parents didn't say anything to discipline their kid. Kid left. They went back to the room. And I told her, first of all, I gave her a hug. I was like, I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
And these people, they know that they can do that. So I was like, tell me where the parents are. Because I will destroy them from the stage.
I believe you are.
And I did. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The audience is like, I don't even know why she's so angry. I didn't give a shit. I didn't even care. I went after them, like just made fun of their outfits and who they were. And she's like backstage going, yeah, because you don't do that. I mean, is it any better that I was making fun of them? For that situation, I'm okay. I'll take it. You know what I mean? It's like you drew first blood. We've all seen Rambo, right? But do you have any stories like that of weird audience members coming up to you or stalking you, or right? Because you're a performer, so they find you and they walk. That's why I hide when I'm not performing. Like I have a baseball cap on, sunglasses. You see?
Yeah.
Like I look homeless when I'm not on stage on purpose. I'm wearing sweatpants, baggy clothes. I'm like always like this.
Yeah.
People still, they're like, Lisa? I'm like, how? Nicely. Because you have to be nice and they expect you to be on.
Yeah, I have different situations on the ship. And then sometimes people think that they can take advantage
Right.
of you. And yeah, I have, but I'm lucky sometimes. I have lucky in this situation because my managers and my bosses, they've told me like, man, if someone came and says on, like, fuck you,
Yeah.
I mean, not literally, but in a good manner. So I had this guest one time, and he was so drunk,
Yeah.
and he came up on the stage,
Yep.
and we were performing. We were playing, and he came like, he wanted to play the congas.
Are you serious?
I do that in my show too.
My congress.
I like maybe later.
Then later, no. And then you need to tune up the congas friends.
I'm like, be gentle. Which congas?
That moment was crazy because this guy came up on the stage.
Yep.
And the conga player was like looking at me because I'm the director on the stage, and he looked at me and said, "What do I do?
Yeah.
What do you need to do?" And I say, "No, sir. No, go." And I stopped the song in that moment.
Yes.
I say, "Stop."
Yeah.
And I say in front of the microphone, "Man, you can do this. You can do this. We are performing. Is disrespectful for a musician doing this."
Yeah.
I tried to embarrass him.
Yeah.
Embarrass him in front of the audience.
Yeah.
And he was like, and then after that, I called my manager and say, "Man, this happened, this, just in case," because sometimes people
Right.
complain.
Yeah.
And
Right.
they exaggerate sometimes. Say,
Right.
"Oh,
Of course.
he was disrespectful,
Yeah.
I mean, I was lucky because this guy, I think he said,
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna go. So he didn't complain at the moment.
Right.
But I wasn't in the risk of complaining.
Right, exactly. Or even be hurt. Well, I mean, when people are that drunk, I've had a couple drunk ladies actually come up onto the stage because when I'm not in the theater, the comedy club has a much smaller stage that you really, it's just a step on stage, and you're very close to the audience. So they'll just like get on the stage. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Yeah. But you can't get in any sort of physical altercation. Like if they come at you, you have to keep backing up.
Yeah.
And they know that. That's the thing is those people are like, oh, if they touch me, I'll sue or I'll complain or I'll whatever. Even if you have them on camera coming up to you, which is the worst part, but at least I can verbally assault them. That's super fun.
That is good about your job.
Yeah. That's the upside that I'm actually able. Yeah. But what you did is the best way to handle it. If you can't, verbally say anything to them, that you actually stopped, which means that the whole audience is now paying attention. And you have all these witnesses on your behalf to say, hey, they did do this thing. They crossed the line. So it does protect you because you have witnesses, but also the audience starts to get on your side and go, hey, jackass, get off the stage.
Get off. Right. I wasn't afraid at that moment because sometimes people say, it's a guest. And of course, a guest is going to be right.
Always right.
So thanks God that I have good bosses or good managers and they, they're musicians also. They know.
So they understand.
They understand. So they say, no, man, if something like this happen again, you are free to, don't, of course, don't be in contact or
don't be
fight,
Right. Don't be Lisa. But
don't be rude.
Yeah.
But, you're able to try to manage in the way that you consider that is good.
Yeah. That's the thing about ship life is that it's not like normal life.
Yeah.
It's not like normal performances. No. It's almost like, what's that new Jake Gyllenhaal, Roadhouse? It's like Roadhouse. Where you throw the bottles and shit. You just had a lighting. You're like, what is going on right now? And I would love Jake to take off his shirt and come rescue me.
Hey, you guys. We didn't get enough of Irving. So in 2 weeks, we're going to have Irving back for part 2. And you're going to learn even more about the ship life as an artist and us and our friendship. All right. We will see you guys in 2 weeks. Thank you so much for tuning in.